Welcome to Recovering Addict. I'm LT and I'm an alcoholic, just like I said before. How are you all doing today?
Oh, you've said that before?
I think I have.
I don't think so. I think that's new. Hi, everybody. I'm Felice, married to an alcoholic.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Allie, and I'm an addict as well.
This is the newest member of our family. We've adopted her.
Yay!
And I'm Link. I'm just in the background.
That's Link. He's just in the background.
Did you hear what Link said on the last live? We're like, what's your background? Or he's like, what did we say?
Oh, yeah.
Do it.
So I'm sitting in the chair. Yeah. Why don't I tell you guys about my background? Recovering addict in School of Addiction Recovery.
It's his background.
Literally his background.
That was
If this is the
hilarious.
first time you're catching this show, what you can expect is a show about education on recovery, family recovery, anything to do with recovery. We're going to cover that topic because I think it's something that's well needed in this country as well as the world. So please share this out. On top of that, we are living in some crazy times. It is 2020, and everybody knows what that means, right? 2020. That's going to be the
It sucks.
Millie says it sucks, but I'm grateful for it. It's just your perspective on how you look at it. I love what's going on in some areas,
No.
and some other areas my heart's broken for it, And right now, recovery is one of them because addiction is through the roof, relapses are through the roof, domestic violence, child abuse, everything's through the roof. And then there's the other side of it. If you think about how many lives we saved by staying home, how many people are off the roads because they're not driving. I mean, a lot of lives have been saved too. It's just a perspective on that. But what you can get from this show is education on recovery and support. There's a group of people that are behind this channel that are much more qualified than I am. I just come and I read books and just tell you stuff that I've experienced. But there's people that are out there who really want to help. So we have other platforms as well that go with this channel and education on Facebook. We have a private group. Felice will post all these in the comments. And we also have a Discord. And the Discord is really cool because it's just continual people talking about recovery and supporting one another. And you can get to know each other so well in there that sometimes we bug each other and get a little quarrels. And then we get to practice our steps, right? We get to make amends. We get to do step 10 and we get to immediately and promptly admit when we are wrong. And we just get to work together because why? We recover better together. We're a family, and this is the way it works. And if you notice, your addiction wants to isolate you. If you're not around other people that are using, you feel guilty. You don't feel right. But when you're around a group of people who are in recovery, instantly you're connected. Instantly it's fresh air. Instantly fresh air of conversation is what I mean there. And it's just open and honest, and I love it. I love recovery. And so we go through books. Right now, we're going to take our character defects today, y'all. We're going to go through a book called It Never Happened to Me. We're going to talk about the adult child. This book was written by Claudia Black, PhD. This is a really popular book right now. This is a collector's item, I've heard. But it talks about growing up with addiction as youngsters, adolescents, and adults. This book gave us a warning in the beginning. If this brings up any memories of the past, it wants you to process those with your sponsor or a counselor. And I like to look at it both ways. I see the way that I was raised in an addictive household, might add, right? The way that his addictive thinking and all that took me and my sister through our youth. And then I look at it as my addiction and the way that my addiction was spilled over onto my kids. And so I'm kind of stuck. You get stuck in the middle if you were raised with an addict in your family, and I was. And then when you become an addict and have children, and then you look back but it's good because you can kind of fix those things. So that's what we do here. We talk about recovery, we talk about addiction, and we're glad everybody's here. And I'm sure all of you have heard me say that a million times. So please spread the love. Hit that share button, subscribe if you're not already, and just let's enjoy our time together because guess what? This next hour, we're not going to be thinking about using. We're going to stay sober together. So I'm going to let Felice say what's up to everybody in the comments, and then we will jump into our stuff. What's up, Link?
Before she says what's up, this next minute is not even guaranteed.
Whoa. That's right.
That's true. That'd be crazy. Okay. So, shout out to Brenda M. on the replay. Glad you'll be watching us tomorrow, and everybody else on
Hi,
the
Brenda.
replay. Hello. Hello, hello. John, good evening, good morning, afternoon. Special hi to those catching us on replay. Boom. John says hi to all you replayers. What is up, Sky?
Skylo,
Hey,
how you
Teeter.
doing?
Hey, Squid Woman. Oh, man. Did it again. Jumped.
At least it highlights where you were.
Yeah, that's nice.
I want to say hi to my mom. I think she's watching. She doesn't know how to comment.
Okay.
Hi, Allie's mom. Thanks for sharing your daughter with us. What's up, Jenny? Hi, Grandma T. We love you.
Hi, Mom. That's my
Hi,
mommy.
Grandma.
So that's my mommy and my niece and Millie right there. If you
Aw.
want to take a look.
That is little Millie.
There's my mommy.
Oh.
We're looking at your profile picture, Mama. You're beautiful.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Hey, Raylene.
Hey, Raylene, how you doing?
Debbie, what's up? Joni, hello.
Joni in the house.
Hey, Mayor's daughter.
Hey,
How you
Mayor's
doing?
daughter. What's
Been
going
a
on?
while.
Give us an update. How you feeling?
What's up, Jeanette?
Hey.
It's the one and only
Whoa,
Merc.
The Merkalicious.
Welcome, new adopted family member.
Hey, thanks.
You got to get to know Merc. He's an oak.
Yeah, Merc's cool.
Merc's way cool.
What's up, Steve?
Steve
Hey,
Sherwood in the
Kimmy.
house. Kimmy.
Marilyn, we love you. Desmond, hello.
Good day, mate. How we doing, brother?
Down under.
What's happening, Squid?
Hey, PD, I'm real glad your package.
Oh, Petey, I was nervous about that package for just a minute. And then that's cool. The day that we were all kind of stressing out about it, it showed up.
Go figure. We shouldn't stress about stuff.
And I'm really glad that the recovery package made it to Petey.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm a little jealous of that book you got, though.
Yeah, me too.
Laird.
What's
Laird?
up,
Is that
Ernie?
your name?
Let's
Or
see.
it's not Lard?
Laird.
Laird.
What's up, Sober Family? 2 months and a half. Good job.
Nice.
Congratulations on 2 months.
We're playing the 3 months.
Pretty soon you'll be like Mayor's daughter over here. 9 years, about a week ago.
What?
Woohoo.
9 years.
Wow.
There's another from down under. There's my sister from another mister.
When you guys hear
What's up,
somebody with
Sheree?
years of sobriety, you got to take into consideration of all the things that can go wrong in 9 years. That could be traumatic events. That could be loss of houses. That could be earthquakes. That could be loss of jobs, maybe loss of loved ones. And guess what? They stay sober through it. So it is possible to live life on life's terms and to not use. Okay, so when you see somebody with years of sobriety, look at them as a champion, gain a ton of hope and strength from that person, because you know what? If they can do it, we can do it. And I know that they probably feel the same way, because I look at my sobriety and I look at other people and I'm like, yo, if I can do it, you can do it, because I am the worst of worst when it comes to addiction.
We got a share squad.
Steve
Thank
with
you,
the share
Steve.
squad, dropping them
Ooh.
share squads.
Yeah,
I sure hope Teeter's watching today. And
we have about 15 to 20 share squads before we get to a hat.
yeah, Teeter, if you're watching, I hope you're keeping track of that stuff, because we have no clue where we're at.
15 to 20. Maybe not. I don't know.
I have no idea.
What's up, Merc? I said hi to you
Daughter?
already.
Hell yeah.
You only get one hi. Just kidding.
Can I get a hell yeah? He says.
Cherise.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, y'all.
Is that a new name?
I've seen her around.
Have you?
I've seen you around.
haven't. Well, if you are new here, please say hello, because just like in all
I'll
the
let 'em know.
meetings, the newcomer is the most important person. We would love to get to know you. Jump in. We're very
What's up,
interactive. We
Kyle?
like to say what's up to everybody.
That's my favorite
Kyle,
part.
there's my home dog. Hey, everybody that jumped into that spiritual Zoom, thank you so much for participating. It helps me out when you're there, and I think we're going to have a great next while. We're going to be doing Sunday nights for a long while at 6.
Yeah, that's sounds like
Woohoo.
a good
That's a
meeting.
big book.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a big book. So that's the one
The
we're reading at home.
Big book, yeah.
Yeah,
Going for
the
from
big
page
book.
1.
Hi, Tracy.
I'll just be stuck with you guys for a long time.
Let's see. Oh, I did it again. I jumped.
Hey,
But
Cherie,
I'm
I don't know
back
if you got my message there on Facebook, but I
You know it.
did. Yeah, I got to promote SOAR, School of Addiction Recovery.
Tuesday. We'll
Tuesday
tell
will be
you.
9 months.
We'll tell you
Dang.
what up
Wow.
Tuesday.
I remember when you got out of your IOP there in, where you at, Mississippi?
Oh yeah,
Carla
yeah.
Bell, what's going on? I'm proud of you, Petey. Haven't seen you for a while. I need to jump into those Zoom meetings, but 6 o'clock is just a bad time for me. You're welcome, Mom. I love you. It's a bad time for me, but
What's up,
it is
Tim?
what it is.
Tim Caps.
Tim Caps, what's going on? Pretty rose, pretty heart, pretty pray
We're
hands.
doing better. Holiday will hit hard, but we got this. Had a
Yep.
girl.
Living life on life's terms right there.
Hey, Danny, new to the page.
Hey, going on.
What is up?
Drop that sobriety day. Let us
Woohoo.
know about you.
Tiara, 90 days today.
Tiara, yeah.
Nice.
We
How
have
are
a
you?
video.
We do? For 90 days.
Not 9 months, but
Okay.
we should have a 90 days.
Are you sure?
Right there. Boom.
Bam. Tiara, this video is for you. Whenever you find yourself doubting how far you can go, just remember how far you have come. Remember everything you have faced, all the battles you've won, all the fears you have overcome. Yeah, congratulations. Keep
Woo,
going.
90 days.
So proud.
Very proud.
Tierra.
Very good. What's up, Todd?
Yo, what's going on, brother?
Let's see. Who else?
101st wins a picture of a hat.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, what's up, B? There's Green Eyed Cat.
Teresa.
Teresa, nice to see you.
Today. Glad you're here. Been 2 months living in Moscow, Idaho.
Nice.
That's cool.
Heard
I
of
was
that
like,
place.
oh, Russia.
2 months. It's no joke. Keep going. 2 months is not easy, man. That first 30 days, oh, man. I relapsed at 47 days, and that's, about 2 months in. My mind, my addict, right? Our addicts are in the back. They're doing push-ups, and they want you to fail. When you hit that 30, 60-day mark, I always give this warning to people. Watch out. Your addict is up in its game, and you better be prepared for the next level of addiction, right? New levels, new devils type thing, and you got to be prepared.
Yes.
Scary.
You're welcome, Marilyn.
You're welcome.
Yep. 102nd Share
Notice
Squad. It starts to throw out the picture. Yep. That's what we decided on
Sure.
Thursday. That was the
Jesse
consensus.
Miller. That's my dog.
What's up, Jesse?
That video of Johnny in the toilet, that was amazing.
Oh my gosh. Jesse. Oh, no. Laura Sanchez. New here 6 months. Atta girl.
Ah, yes.
Very
6
cool.
months.
Hey, Misty.
Missy Johns, how are you?
Okay, so 103rd Share Squad gets a thank you message for
Participating drawing in pencil.
504 days. Atta girl.
Oh, Petey got to watch the Soar at lunch. Awesome. 504 days clean. Oh, my
Glad you're there,
goodness.
Petey.
Let me jump on here real quick.
Yep.
I need to...
So hello to anybody I might have missed. Hopefully I
And
didn't miss
thank you
anybody.
guys all for being here. Anybody that's a part of our support team, our patron, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Anybody that's participated in donating to us through super chats and the giveaways, thank you so much. You guys are making this all possible, and we want to be able to give back to you as much as we can. And we thank you so much. But right now,
Let's do Danny. Yeah, it's hard. I've definitely thought of how easy it might be to fall. I don't want to do that. I put a lot into staying sober. Alcohol is my drug of choice.
Man, alcohol was I liked all drugs, okay? But 2 times it knocked me down. Meth in the early 2000s. I became a tweaker, like a literal tweaker. When I got arrested, I didn't even have socks on. I had a 2nd-degree felony, went to jail for a year, probation, the whole 9 yards. The day I got off probation, I became a pothead. I smoked pot for about 4 years. Oh, you're watching from South Dakota? What are you doing there, bro? And then I smoked weed. And the only reason I quit smoking weed, and I smoked weed daily. I had a little box in my pocket. You twist the top, the little 1-hitter pops out, and I'd always keep it stuffed with weed, and I'd take 1 hit, all day. Just like cigarettes. I'd be smoking cigarettes, put my cigarette out, smoke some weed. Back and forth, all day for about 4 years. Quit only to get a job, right? To get a better job because my body was breaking down doing construction. I was like, I'm going to be a truck driver selling this stuff. So I would deliver stucco material to places, right? Fast forward, I get an even better job up on base. I'm doing good. The base has gym time. I get paid to work out. I get really into fitness. And I start getting lackadaisical. But the thing I didn't know is I was an addict. The thing I didn't know is I was an alcoholic, that I have an allergy towards this stuff. Even with the weed, even with the meth, even with anything I did, I didn't understand the depth of my addictive personality. And I started casually drinking at 33. Fast forward to when I'm 40, I'm drinking a 5th of whiskey every single freaking night, throwing my life away. House is tore apart. I'm living in a motorhome with a wife and kids, trying to make it to work, missing most Mondays and Fridays, staying as drunk as I can, in a blur Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And I had to finally check myself into a detox center. 4 days in a hospital, 5 months in an IOP, another 3 months in an IOP, which I just graduated. And now I'm on to becoming a life coach here. So I know what you're going through with the alcohol. I got 1 year, a little over 1 year now under my belt, and I still battle my addictive thinking. I may not be using substances or chemicals, but I can run off on addiction on other things, so I have to really be aware, because if you let that addict back in, you never know. So I'm proud of you, Danny. And if we said your name wrong, I apologize.
Me
I
too.
can't read. Pheasant hunting. Yeah. Jesse, he's a pheasant hunter.
Sounds fun.
I love it,
What's
dude.
up, Brad?
Bring me some meat. Heck yeah. All right, the Discord question of the day comes from our very own green-eyed cat. I love this guy. So smart, so articulate. He had to reword his question for me because I just wasn't prepared. He said, character defects, LT, under what circumstance do I admit I'm wrong in a situation without handing over authority to someone else to take advantage of the situation? Tricky, I know. I said, yeah, leave it to you, buddy. Haha, funny. I'm going to have to think about that. And so he said, okay, let me simplify it. When I do admit a wrongdoing without leaving myself wide open to always being wrong to that particular person. I'll get LT. I'll try to explain it better in the meeting. We never got around to it, but I'll just try to figure this one out. So you're admitting you're wrong, but you don't want to leave this person with power over you is kind of what I'm feeling from this. And the thing that I kind of got, I started getting all, like I do, thinking too deep about things, getting all psychological. What can I Google and what book can I bust out the ESM or whatever this book is, the DSM-5, and figure this one out? And I went, dude, just chill, kiss. Keep it simple, sweetheart. Keep it simple, right? So I backed up and I was like, wait a minute.
That was a nice.
That was very Southern.
Yeah, I was like, that's very nice.
A Southern's coming out.
And I was like, you know what? We're powerless. When we get to steps 8 and 9 and we're admitting we're wrong, right? That's okay. We're not doing it for that other person. Although they may benefit from it, which is good. We want to amend. We're making amends. It's good. We want to get relationships restored, right? But we are, at the end of the day, I have no power over Felice. She's going to do what she's going to do. I have no power over Allie or Link or, they have no power over me. At the end of the day, I am who I am. I'm going to think my own thoughts and I'm going to do what I want to do. So you go out and you do what's right for you. You go say you're sorry. If you make amends, great. If you don't, and that other person's going to constantly be badgering you and like, oh, everything you say now is wrong. And they can't hold that over you unless you allow them to, right? So I would just say, hey, I'm powerless. I can admit I'm wrong. You do with it what you want. And there's that saying, what you think about me is none of my business. Who cares what people think about you? It's none of my business. And so if they're still sick in their mind and their character defects, it's not for us to work their program, but it is for us to guard ourselves to it. And if they're going to participate in badgering you, belittling you, separate yourself from the situation. You did what you had to do to make it right. Back away and let God take care of the rest.
Yeah, something. Either you walk out of the door or tell them to walk out of the door if it's your house.
Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
You are Southern today.
It's a good answer.
I don't know. I hope that answered me.
Good job.
Thank you very much, man. That's a good question too. It made me think. I like the ones that get me thinking when I'm on topic and I'm thinking about something. But as soon as I turn away, I keep thinking about that other thing. Thank you. I love those kind of things.
Was this in the Discord questions too?
Squidward. Let me see. Let me go back. Oh, yes. We have another question. When telling your parents, what are some emotions you could face from them? Exie, hurt, anger, judgment, sadness, disappointment. I think you just nailed it all on the head. As a parent, my son, if he were to come up to me today and admit some of his wrongdoings or that he's been using or, mistakes he's ashamed for me to know, how am I going to feel? First and foremost, it's almost, you can only feel one emotion at the same time, but you can go through various emotions as you go, right? I would probably have like a sadness, maybe even an introspective failure looking at myself as a parent, but then I would empathize with where he's at. And then I'd be proud because of his ability and courage to come forth. And then I would just give love. And then I would just be so loving and supporting just to try to help him with whatever his heart is desiring at the moment that they confess something like that, because they're taking a huge step for one. And that's how I would handle it. So that's what you would expect from me. I can't speak for your parents, but that's kind of maybe something. And I'm sure they love you. So.
Yeah, definitely lots of emotions involved. Shameless plug from JB. Never shameless. We love
Shameless plug. Venture Forward, Co-Addiction, Codependency. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 p.m. Pacific time.
On Facebook.
Very good program. John is one of those other guys that are just very articulate, professional, smart, wise, been there, done that, 3 addictions battled and conquering. A lot of things you can learn from John. Please tune into him. And my arms are shaking still from that workout this morning.
I noticed your thumbs and hands are shaking.
My chest is
Danny says your stories are real similar. And yes, we said it right.
Felony from 19, yeah. Wow, then after getting my degree, I got into alcohol pretty bad, not realizing my dad. Wow. So, and you're saying my name right. Sweet. Well, thanks for being here. Go ahead.
I have admitted my wrongdoings a lot this year. It made me feel a little low, but I've gained a lot more confident lately on staying sober and realizing that I'm the one in control, and therefore I make my confidence increase by how good I feel about myself, knowing I've made mistakes and trying to admit my wrongs.
Good for you.
Very good.
Atta girl.
Jeanette says, Facebook, YouTube starting December, Twitch too. You're welcome.
Twitch. Ah, welcome
Very
to Twitch,
cool.
brother.
There
I
you
get
go.
at least
Venture
one
forward.
viewer every show. Thank you, Mark, for being an amazing. Oh, and on top of, I said thank you to all our supporters financially, and I do, but I really super duper appreciate all the people who have stepped up to become moderators in the Discord and on Facebook group, and then here in this chat, like Merck and Alicia and John, and I can't remember all the rest, Dez and Cherie, Aubrey and Raina. Thank you guys for handling stuff because I cannot always be in every app all day, every day. I got a busy schedule, and you guys help keep that place, up to recovering addict standards, which I'm so grateful for you guys. If there's anything I can do for you, just let me know. Go for it. Okay. Welcome to the show. Teeter.
Hello. Missed you guys. I miss everybody.
Missed you too.
Lots of hugs.
Love hugs.
How's everybody doing?
Oh, I'm doing great, dude. I don't know if you've heard or not, but the Raiders destroyed the Broncos.
It was a really interesting game.
Oh, that's fun.
But I'm still Broncos all the way.
That's good. So is Linky. What are we talking about today, brother?
Well, first off, I want to say I missed everybody. It's been really crazy with work, and the new schedule that they have out now and everything. So I'm only allowed to be on here on Sundays now with my work, even though I work at home. So I just want to say, first off, I missed all of you guys. So, well, except for Jenny, I didn't miss her. I see you all the time.
She takes us back.
But yeah, except for her, I see her all the time, but everyone else I do miss. So anyway, today's topic is going to be,
Bum, bum, bum.
since you are a child of an addict or an alcoholic, what made you stronger, and what have you gotten out of it that could make you better?
That is a good question. Al, you want to tackle that one?
I knew that was coming.
I got a good answer.
Go for it, Link.
Prayer.
Ooh,
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
No?
Something that made me stronger as a child of an addict. I don't know. I was the oldest child of 3, so I was forced to be strong. My mom she was probably my strength through all of that, but I don't know.
But what made you a better person? What made you coming out exactly a better person like you are?
I guess learning, I mean, I'm an addict myself, so I didn't learn everything from him, but I learned a lot from him. I don't know. That's a hard question.
It is a tough question.
That's a really hard question. It wasn't.
I'm gonna make you guys' brains work tonight. You'll be
No.
really thinking about this one.
Those
No.
questions. What do you got?
I'm gonna answer for Allie because she's told me a little bit about her stuff.
Yeah, I do.
But it definitely made you a more empathetic person,
Thank you.
and you care a lot about people,
Thanks.
and it makes you like you go out of your way to serve people. And I think a lot of that maybe came from your childhood.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What about your childhood?
My parents weren't addicts, but we had a lot of family members that were addicts, and
Your dad wasn't?
not when I was a kid.
Hmm.
He quit drinking when my brother was 2.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So I grew up with sober parents, but my whole family is a bunch of addicts, and growing up around them made me terrified of it. Just seeing my uncles die from it and hearing about my grandpa, his story, and then watching my grandma's, it just made me not want to ever do it.
Made me curious.
Yeah, it makes
It made me terrified, but at the same time, it made me curious. Like, I wanted to know why.
Yeah.
So I had the opposite,
yeah.
effect of that.
Well, I guess for me, my
Thanks for watching Twitch. Thank you, bro. Or broette. Or whatever
Sister.
noun you prefer.
but for me, I think it's definitely a better personality because I've seen a lot of negativity with my parents and everything when they were drinking, and I noticed that when I was drinking, I was really negative, really bad attitude. I was always grumpy and being like, chip on my shoulder type of person. And now I'm a lot happier. A lot of people that I'm around, they're like, "What got into you? You're happier. You're not the same old grumpy old man like you used to be." Well, I still can be, but not because I'm drinking.
You know what I love about that too, though, because a lot of people, I don't know the statistics, but I'm going to say a lot. If they don't work a program, they get rid of the alcohol, they get rid of the substance, and nothing changes. They become, a dry drunk. And that's a part of just being the same miserable old B word, without the program. And without, there's a whole nother level to abstinence.
And that's why I'm glad I'm here, because honestly, if it wasn't for you guys and everyone that's in the chat, and especially Jenny, my sponsor, I wouldn't be sober right now.
Right.
I mean, yeah, there's a few days when I have my cravings, like after a hard day at work and I got all the Karen calls and everything, and I'm like, oh, I just wish I could have like a glass of wine or something, or a bottle of Jack or whatever, and I'm like, nope, that's when I come on here.
I love it.
You can take away the alcohol, but you still got the ism.
Yep.
Alcoholism, right?
A drunk is a drunk is a drunk is a drunk. Whether you're a sober drunk or a dry drunk or a drunk, you're still a drunk.
That's true.
Or an addict.
For me, I don't know. I'm kind of with Allie. I was curious. I remember my mom, correct me if I'm wrong, but I was about, 3 or 4. And I told my mom, I said, when I grow up, I'm drinking and smoking. I'm drinking beer and I'm smoking cigarettes. And I wasn't joking. And I did.
I was sneaking it from my parents when I was still in high school.
Wow. But as we're learning from this book, a lot of the strengths that we do gain become almost a hindrance because we used them as a survival tool. And we'll learn some of that today. We're going to go through a chapter called The Adult Child, and we're going to look at a lot of the strengths plus the weaknesses that come along with them.
Your mom said yes, you did say that.
She did. Yes, you did say that.
Yes, at the age of 3,
I told you.
You're
At least
crazy
you-
from the get-go.
At least you warned you, I guess.
I wasn't that crazy.
Yeah, Blake. Recovery Saved My Life. To LT and Soar. Shout out. Love it, dude. Thank you very much. And when you get that album, Jake, or Blake, I'm sorry, Indigo Child, it says he's working on a recovery album. So if you want to get a single busted and you want to come on here and show it, display it, however you want, bro, let's collaborate. I would love to.
That'd be cool.
I'll sponsor the show.
Brad.
Ooh, Brad wants
Answer
to
that
answer the question.
Do you want to come on live and answer that question, Brad?
Bring him on.
I'll drop a link.
Do it.
I'm gonna drop a link, Brad. If you want, hit this link and jump on in, and you can answer that question.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That would be so cool. And while Teeter's on, I'm going to read just a little bit. We were going to go over character defects, but I'm running out of time again. There's 17 of them. What do you want to do, Teeter? You're the boss.
17 what?
Time right now.
It's Teeter time.
17 what?
Huh?
17 what?
Character defects.
Okay. How about this? Since we are talking about what made you stronger, why don't we talk about your character assets? What have you done that was positive?
Okay. We'll read the character assets. Okay. I'm going to give everybody a chance to take a screenshot of this worksheet right here. Boomski. On the left-hand side, you'll see your character defects. On the very far right-hand side, you'll see your character assets. We will be going through those. So on the count of 3, I want everybody to grab their phone in a way that it's screenshot. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Good job. Now keep that for yourself and read it and go through it. And we will get right back to that after we hear from our homeboy. What's going on, Brad?
Hey, Brad.
I'm freezing. I don't
There
smoke
he
in the
is.
house. We don't smoke in the house, so I came outside, and it's actually cold now.
My grandma always told me you'll battle a hurricane or you'll battle a whatever. What's a big storm? Tornado? Wind?
Oh yeah, yeah,
You'll
just for a
battle anything
cigarette.
to have a cigarette.
I felt
Yeah.
like hurricane was correct.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big storm.
I was thinking snow.
So,
Blizzard.
oh yeah, definitely. So real quick, and then I got to get back in the house and make sure the kids are not killing each other. But to answer his question, like being the child of an addict, like I didn't really start drinking until I was 33. That's when I'm 39 now. That's when it got bad. But I drank all my life, just social drinking.
Right.
And they say that, it's genetic, addiction and alcoholism and all that. Well, I always told myself, well, my dad was an alcoholic, my whole life, and I'm not. So I never believed that it was genetic. And then it caught me. Yeah.
That's the exact same thing with me. That's what I went through.
Yep.
It's crazy the way it
That
sneaks
scared
up
me.
on you,
Yeah.
huh?
So what made you stronger coming out of it, being with the addictive parents and being an alcoholic yourself? What made you stronger coming out of it?
I don't know that anything made me stronger. I think that it caught me like really bad off guard because I kept telling myself it's not genetic. I'm good. And then it nabbed me, it caught me off guard big time. And then I fell hard.
What's your sobriety date again?
43 today.
43. Good job, man. It's crazy. So you've come. Have you read the doctor's opinion in the big book?
I have not.
Read that one and pay close attention to the allergy of when it talks about, like we have an allergy, the phenomenon of craving. As soon as that alcohol touches your lips, you cannot resist. We can't leave a half a beer on the table. We can't leave a bottle of wine and only drink, a couple glasses. If you're like me, you have this allergy, you're going to finish the bottle and then, maybe go back and get more.
What page is that on?
Aubrey's the one that's a big book Nazi. He's all over that.
Well, hey, I'm gonna jump off the video and get back in the house.
Thank you for being on here. Thank you for answering my
Hey,
question.
thank you guys.
Doctor's opinion, XXV.
Boom.
That would be 25.
Yeah, correct. Thank you for your Roman
Oh,
numeral.
look, there's Sheree. Hold on. You keep talking. I'll put it up.
Taking responsibility. Thanks, man. Anytime, brother. That was a nice.
I like having guests on guests on guests on guests. Anyone else want to come on and answer that question?
I think Indigo Chapter.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up?
How are you, brother?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. This is my first time in recovery. I'm at the Truth Treatment Center here in Indianapolis, Indiana. Just recently had a baby. He's 4.5 months old now. His name's Caden.
Oh,
Hi, Caden.
Congratulations.
And
Yay.
thank you guys. And so a warrant came up because of a dirty drop in probation. So I turned myself in with a violation and did a little time. And they put me on this here ankle bracelet at the Truth Center.
Cute.
And man, I'm loving this recovery stuff. I'm loving it.
Awesome, brother.
Everything. We've been going through the 5 phases of change here recently. Pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, and maintenance. And there's also a 6th one they say in recovery that's relapse, but that's not part of my program, so I didn't note that. But to answer your question, man, I grew up with Jaeger on tap in my basement. My mom was a heavy drinker. Dad was a drinker. And it definitely struck a nerve growing up with all that alcohol around me and whatnot. The drugs came after the alcohol. I was probably 13 the first time I took a drink, and that progressed quickly.
Same here.
Yep.
Same here.
Quickly, my whole entire criminal background is due to the fact I was intoxicated on something. So, kind of put me in a dark place for a while. But what it did do was make me a stronger person. I'm only 22 now, and I've done a lot of wrong in my life. So, man, this recovery stuff means a lot to me, and I really appreciate what you guys are doing. So.
Man,
They kept me sober for the last 9 months, so I got nothing but gratitude towards everybody here. Because, if it wasn't for these guys, I'd still be drunk somewhere.
Yeah, I hear you. I tune in every time you guys are on now. I just figured out this whole stream thing, so I look forward to coming along on this journey with you guys. Appreciate
Absolutely, man. I'm
Awesome.
so glad you're part of our community, bro. Thank you.
it. Yes, sir. And I am working on a recovery album, guys. So, yep, my YouTube channel is Blake McGuire. If you guys ever want to follow or subscribe or whatever, I'll probably be releasing singles or little sneak peeks here in a couple months. So, yep, shout out Indianapolis, Indiana. You guys are doing great, man. I got a sponsor here. His name's Johnny Schaefer. I just met him yesterday. So this
Keep
is
that
all
boy in
new
track,
to me.
Johnny.
Yeah, thank you guys.
All right, brother. Talk
Yeah,
to you
thank
soon.
you.
Later.
Oh, guess what time it is?
Cassie is not going to make it today.
Oh. Do I have to be Cassie?
You got to be. It's time for you to be Cassie.
No.
But it is 8:38, and we do definitely need to jump into our topic, and that is the book. That's why we're here, to learn a little bit more. So I'm going to let Allie take the quote of the day. Do you got a quote off the top of your head? How quick?
Allie's prettier than me anyway, so she gets more brownie points for being pretty.
Fear. What is on the other side of fear?
I forgot.
I did too. Where's your book?
I don't have my book.
It's a good one.
I know.
Reward?
No.
There's something. There's a great Will Smith video about fear, and he's talking about jumping out of an airplane. And he's talking about the culmination, of fear. Why are we always so scared like the day before? Why are we always scared a couple days before something happens? And at the maximum moment of fear, like as soon as you jump out of that airplane, fear is gone. At the maximum point of danger, fear is nowhere to be found. So on the other side of fear,
I'm going to find it.
something
It's courage.
is courage. There it is.
Squid Woman wins the prize. Send her a bookmark.
Pam says she's praying for you, brother. I'm praying you get to 22. It took me until the age of 59.
The
But
best things in life. Let me see.
Oh, she's got us a
Okay.
quote, y'all.
I think so. Maybe.
What's up, Vicky?
Congratulations, Pam. January, 5 years sober from drugs. Don't
think
give
it
up.
was-
Hang in there.
let's
Yes.
see.
Good job, Vicky Wallace. Proud of you.
The best things in life are on the other side of fear.
Ah, yeah.
That's a good one.
For some
Best
reason.
things alive are on the other side of fear. Face your fears, y'all. Be courageous. That was our topic today or this week here at SOAR. Through our manual, week 9 is courage. Courage came perfectly timed for step 9. And that's what we went on.
Yep.
All right. We're going to get into this book. Teeter, thank you for a great
Thank
segment.
you, Teeter.
See you, Teeter.
Love you.
All right, thank you guys.
Go
We'll see you
Raiders.
next week.
Okay.
Can't wait.
We're at the end of the show for the prayer. Sorry.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
You'll
yeah,
be
yeah.
here at the end.
Thank you, Marilyn.
Okay, brother, later.
Thanks for that super sticker.
Man, that was a good little segment. Thank you for all of you who
Thanks,
joined
Katie.
and jumped in and was able to share with us. That was great. Brad, thank you very much, brother. And I love your drawings. That link is the Will Smith speech. Oh, sweet. Thank you, dude.
That's a
Yeah,
good
that's
one.
where I
too.
Best
found it.
views come after the hardest climbs. That's absolute truth. For sure, the only thing to fear is fear itself, right? It's funny because, like, what value added? I'm a value added guy. When I take steps forward, when I plan out my day, when I'm about to accomplish a task, is this next task going to add value to the outcome of what I'm trying to do? If it doesn't, then look for the value added, right? And so you look at fear or your resentments or any of that stuff, right? How does that add value to your recovery? How does laying in bed anxious with fear add value? And so I guess the thing would be to be aware of that, and then to change your mindset and control that second thought. You can't control the first one, control the second one in battle. Learn how to take control of your mind. We have a mind, and we don't have to let it run wild. We can actually control our thoughts, for the most part. Blue elephant. But y'all just thought blue elephant, but that was the first thought. The second one you can control.
Yeah, I'm just gonna add that is there like a healthy fear, because I feel like there is.
Fear is definitely health, because there's some situations you shouldn't be in.
Yeah, because that's what kept me out of drugs and alcohol was fear.
The fear I'm talking about is the anxiety fear that's holding you back from things. Public speaking is a fear for a lot of people, but some people are gifted with brilliant minds and should be up in front talking to people.
Yeah.
And so that fear gets in the way of not only making them a growing, better person, but benefiting other people from hearing their message. So that kind of fear, but the fear of
healthy fear can save your life.
Being on this 1,000-foot cliff and looking over. Yeah. That's a good, healthy fear.
Yeah. Fear of drugs. That's a good, healthy
pain,
fear.
It's the same. Go ahead.
No, that was it.
I was going to say the pain in your body when you experience pain,
it's there for a reason.
You touch something hot, it's there for a reason. Cool. Anything else, Mustache?
That was a good quote today.
That was awesome.
I love that.
It was a good study this morning. Mm-hmm. All right, the adult child, chapter 7. Remember, if any of this rings true for you and you do have these feelings and it brings up resentments of your childhood or of your guilt and shame as a parent putting your children through this, reach out to your sponsor, vent it out, talk about it, don't hold it in, and get through it, okay? Children raised with addiction move into adulthood with incredible strengths as a result of survivorship. These strengths are due to survival mode, right? They pat themselves on the back and they don't want to look behind. In time, though, they begin to experience problems as a result of this following list. And the first little bit's going to be the inability, right? This creates an inability to trust their own perception. This trait creates an inability to trust others, to identify needs, the inability to identify feelings. What the heck are these things? The inability to listen. And that kind of goes back up the list. To listen, you have to have a correct perception. You have to trust somebody. You have to be able to identify needs and feelings, during a listening session. The inability to relax.
Are you talking about me?
Maybe.
This was a setup today. I see what I'm doing here. This is a lesson for me.
We'll just stare at you the rest of the show.
I got it. I'm shy.
And then fear. Fear of feelings. Well, we're scared of those things. The fear of conflict. You run from conflict. You hit flight mode quicker than you do fight mode, Fear of rejection and abandonment. And that goes back to trusting others. You've been rejected. You've been abandoned. You're not going to trust to put yourself in that situation again. Are you kidding me? My mom and dad, why? I don't know if I just have a jacked up perception because of my addictive thinking and the way that I was raised by an addicted parent. I'm not going to call my mom an addicted person because she's not.
And she's listening.
And you're listening.
I'm just kidding.
Love you, Mom. And don't take this the wrong way either, Mom. But why? Okay, we're connected through blood. We're connected through DNA. I get it, right? Millions of people have been born. How many billions of people are on this planet? We're all just people trying to get along. We're all just people that live and die, right? I'm in a hurry to get things done. Oh, bye. That song. Try to rush, and there's no, all we got to do is live and die.
Right.
We live to be 72 on average in Earth. And why do we hold these other people in such high esteem that they affect our lives in the way that we are raised. Maybe I'm just have a stupid perception and I'm looking at it too. I don't know.
No, I get it.
They're just people. Why should I care so much about what that person has done or thinks about me? And I understand they mold our minds when we're young, and I can see where the psychology can mess us up in the way, a loving, nurturing family could. But why do we hold him up in such high esteem? I never got to know my real dad. So he's just another dude on this world. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just me. This is just advice. You do what you want with it. All right. On top of these strengths, right? They pat themselves on the back because of it, but they experience problems as a result of the need to control, to feel safe and ward off shame.
Mom loves you.
I love you too, Mom. Impoverished expectations, unrealistic expectations. This is all happening because of this raised in an addiction. How about rage? I was a rager, 100%. Still have to control it. I get Tourette's when I get mad, and I'm working on things. Depression's a big one. Substance abuse. Hello. Sex addiction, work addiction, love and relationship difficulty. Oh, weird. Pathological gambling. Can I get a hell yeah, JV? Compulsive spending. Teeter.
Same.
Teeter?
I feel you, bud. I feel you.
We couldn't hear you. Sorry. I think he's crying. Are you crying? Eating disorders. Anybody got an eating disorder? Repetitive addictive relationships. The same type of relationship over and over and over. It's in a type of insanity. When are you going to learn your lesson? Hold off. Engage into a right one.
What's from JV?
Hell yes. JV, were you raised in a family with addiction? I do believe I remember hearing you say that. So all these issues, right? Eating disorder 2 plus drinking. Yep. Man. Yes. Okay. So you're just like us. And so that long list, right? One can ask, who isn't affected by these issues? And to some degree, we can all be. But the phrase some degree is very important here because adult children experience these difficulties on an extreme level. The difficulties interfere with the ability to genuinely discover happiness and meaningfulness in life. She says, Dr. Claudia here, she says, it's my belief that we as adult children deserve more than the ability to survive. It is my hope that this book offers choices about how to live our lives. So you got 2 things here. Recovery begins with accepting 2 basic rights. We have the right to talk about real issues. Hey, I don't like what you just did there. It made me feel like this. Hey, what you just did was wrong and shouldn't be done around me or my kids. Real issues. We have the right to talk about real issues. We may have been, as children of an overbearing parent, put a muzzle put on us because we weren't allowed to talk about real issues, and that, fed into where we are today. Number 2, we have the right to feel. It's okay. We are emotional beings. We were created that way. And it's okay to feel. Judith wrote in Necessary Losses, quote, "It is true that as long as we live, we may keep repeating the patterns established in childhood. It is true that the present is powerfully shaped by the past. But it is also true that insight at any age keeps us from singing the same sad songs again." So insight, awareness, right? To be able to put the past behind and not repeat those same sad songs, adult children need to take 4 primary steps. And in 10 minutes, we're going to talk about these steps. We're going to talk about 1, the ability to explore past history. 2, we're going to talk about connect the past to the present. 3, challenge internalized beliefs. And 4, learn new skills. That's what recovery is all about, taking new skills, learning them. I always envision a tool bag on me, right? An invisible tool belt. And I have these skills right here, and I pull them out whenever I need to. So the 1, go ahead.
We just said history can stand to repeat itself unless we break the chain.
Absolutely.
Right.
And that goes for all of society.
Exactly.
Recovery I underlined this earlier today. It says recovery begins speaking our truth. And I know that Felice has like a little, our truth, you know what I mean? I feel the same thing because there is absolute truth.
Yeah, the phrase bugs me. I feel like I understand the concept.
The concept behind it is a child growing up not realizing perception has a truth about life, and they're able to speak on it. That kind of hit me today. It changed my perspective on that.
I just don't like the verbiage. I get that it's about their perspective of growing up and their thoughts and their things they went through.
I'll learn to draw one day when I get time. Okay, so naming our reality and our experiences. Speaking our truth, right? Naming our reality and our experiences. 1 does not explore the past to assign blame. Listen to this really carefully. You don't go back and start thinking about your past to process it to assign blame, but to discover and acknowledge reality. Okay, that's the way it was. Don't blame. She says, it's my belief that family members truly want the best for each other, and that begins with honesty. We aren't betraying our parents or siblings when we become honest about our reality. It's not a betrayal, it's honesty. If there is an act of betrayal, it is with the addiction, the dysfunction of the family system. When we do not talk honestly about our experiences, we ultimately betray ourselves and the potential health to the family. Exploring past history means asking questions such as, what happened that was hurtful to me? And what didn't I have that I needed? What happened that was hurtful to you? And what didn't you have that you needed? 2 basic good questions to start digging through your past childhood, if you choose. To let go of the past, we must be willing to break through denial so we can grieve our pain. Got to stop denying it. That was a survival mode. In other words, we have to admit to ourselves the truths of what happened rather than hide or keep secret the hurt wounds that occurred. It is difficult to speak honestly today when we have had to deny, minimize. We talk about that in sober, one of the things I say all the time, right? Minimize or discount the first 15 or 20 years of our lives. Think about that. It is difficult to speak honestly today when we have had to deny, minimize, or discount the first 15 or 20 years of our lives. That's rough. And that's when the mind's forming, right?
Yeah.
Our view of the world is shaping. Our understanding of how people work are shaping. Man alive. There is no doubt denial became a skill that served us as a child in survival mode. Unfortunately, denial, which begins as a defense, becomes a skill that interferes with how we live our life today. We take the skill of minimizing, rationalizing, discounting into every aspect of our life. That's not good. When we let go of denial and acknowledge the past, it gives us the opportunity to identify our losses, to grieve the pain associated. It is an opportunity to genuinely put the past behind us. Exploring the past is an act of empowerment. Empower yourself. Understand, be honest, open, and be a buffalo. Head on, right? Number 2, connect the past to the present. Connect the past to the present means, how does this past pain and loss influence who I am today? How does the past affect who I am as a parent, in the workplace, in a relationship, and then how I feel about myself? The cause and effect connections we discover between our past losses and our present lives gives us a sense of direction. It allows us to become more centered in the here and now. The clarity will identify the areas we need to work on. Connect the past to the present, right? How does the past pain and losses influence who I am today? Well, I lost all that. How's it making me do it today? Make that connection, understand where you're at in it, and adjust. Challenge internalized beliefs. A lot of times we're taught a lot of things when we're little, or have to survive and learn, right? But they're past beliefs and they're internalized. So like, I can't remember. There's something my dad told me when I was young, and then I grew up and learned it was something different. And I was like, but wait a minute. And it felt so wrong to believe what was actually real because it was an internalized belief as a child. Kind of weird. So challenging internalized beliefs means asking, what beliefs have I internalized from my growing up years? Are they helpful or hurtful to me today? What beliefs would support me in living a healthier life? So often we internalize beliefs such as, here's some internalized beliefs that you can talk about. Am I Italian? No. Did I sound Italian?
You sound a little bit of everything today.
You're all
I don't
over the
really
board. What's up, Polly?
Wow.
All right, so here's some of these internalized beliefs, right? It's not okay to say no. Or other people's needs are more important than my own. No one will listen to what I have to say. The world owes me and I'm entitled. Wrong you are.
I think it's a change.
You talk with your hands.
That's why they think
You
you're
Italian hand talker.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, Paulie? Speaking of Italians. My favorite Brad's favorite Rocky movie. Rocky 1, of course. People will take advantage of your every chance they can, right? That's not true. If these beliefs are getting in the way of how you want to live our lives, we need to take responsibility for what we do with them. We need to let them go and recreate new beliefs in their place. Recreate new beliefs. Remember when I talk about nature abhors a vacuum, you remove these beliefs with proper beliefs. If you don't, the bad beliefs do come back. Learning new skills in our last few minutes together here tonight. And remember, this show ain't over till we say the Serenity Prayer. Learning new skills means asking, what did I not learn that would help me today? As well as many skills we learned prematurely and we are developed from a base of fear and shame. What kind of skills did you learn as a basis of fear and shame? When that occurs, there's a tendency to feel like an imposter. In those situations, addressing the feelings and beliefs associated with the skill will make it more likely we can feel greater confidence in those skills. With the many different issues we may need to address, from healthier decisions making to realistic expectations, setting limits, expressing feelings, those 4 steps are not always linear. In general, we do need them in the order listed, but as you will quickly experience, you often keep coming back to a previous step to do another piece of the work.
Hi, Zylan. Love you, buddy.
Aww.
Love you tons and tons
Hey,
and tons
Zy.
and tons.
I talked to them today. I called Zylan today.
Oh, awesome.
Talked to Zylan and Amos.
Nice. Lucky.
Brad loves the Rockies. Anything else you would like to add, ladies?
That was a good chapter
was
about broken
good.
family, but I've been sitting here thinking about your question about why we hold our parents to high standards, and I think it's just built in us. It's just me, just because that's the way we're created. Like, our parents are supposed to be there. They're our safe space. They're the ones that are supposed to teach us and love us and nurture us. But we're in a broken world, and that's not always the case. And I think as a kid, or if you like this whole chapter we just read about growing up in an addictive family, I did grow up in a broken home. Like, my parents were divorced. And when I was, 15, I was in English class and we had to write an essay. It makes me sad. But I wrote about their divorce, and it was this crazy realization to me that both my parents deserved to be happy. And they were. Like, my dad had Darla and my mom had Jim, and they were happy, but they weren't happy together. And so it was like freeing to know that my parents weren't perfect, but they could still be my role models. You know what I mean? And just to like write that essay, it just made me feel better. But I never showed it to my mom, but she found it one day and she read it, and she like sent me a picture of it, and I was like, ooh. It was funny. But it's freeing to just realize your parents aren't perfect.
Yeah.
And then you bring them off that pedestal, and then you are able to have like a real relationship. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like one day these guys are going to be big. And I want them to be able to have a real relationship knowing that we're not perfect
We're
and
just people trying to go on, guys.
that we're all just broken people, but we love each other. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Hi, John.
Yeah, I didn't understand either when my parents got divorced. I was 7. But did you turn in that essay? There's only one correct answer.
I did.
Snitch.
I had to pass the class so I could graduate.
No,
Oh.
I didn't turn in my essay.
That's brown jokes. He's got brown jokes.
I didn't turn in my essay. I ain't no snitch.
I turned in that essay.
I turned in that essay.
Screw that punk.
I ain't going down.
Good one, Felice. For some reason, I hold my father on this pedestal and not my mom. My father is the alcoholic. Why do I think like this? So it's almost like you hold the non-addict at a higher esteem, but maybe the non-addict has been more honest with you than that.
I definitely.
Or I'm sorry, let me repeat that. Maybe the addict has been more honest with you than the non-addict. The non-addict, you almost maybe feel like you're looking at your mom and your dad, whatever, right? Your dad, your father, right? Your pedestal is your father. He's the addict. But maybe in his dealing with you, you see more of an honesty from this guy. And where your mother, maybe she puts on the front, the face that's kind of fake, and you don't feel the true honesty coming through. And maybe there's something there.
I feel like too, there's something about the parent that hurt you the most is the one you hold on the pedestal because you want them to be better. At least in my opinion. Like, I don't know, because when I hear people's stories, it's like the mom that's always there. They're like, because they know she's going to be there.
Yeah.
Like no matter what, that's their strong. And you know, there's not that. But you see the addict one that hurts you all the time, and you just crave for that affection and that attention. And they're the ones that get put on the pedestal, and those are the ones you need to bring off the pedestal and put them on level ground. Otherwise, you'll never build that relationship because you're going to have all these expectations that are never going to get fulfilled, and you're going to continue to just get hurt.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that. 100%.
Yeah, there's probably more sides even to that to even to look
it's
into.
Just whoever.
I'm the opposite. I just bailed. 15 years old, I was like, peace out. I haven't been back since. What the heck? I sent a super chat, but I don't see it. Ooh, that makes me mad.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, Teeter.
Boo. He's all boo.
It's generally heartwarming watching you guys interact as your self-aware, sober family, given what it could have been.
Aww.
Amen. Thank you, B.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Paulie says, I was addicted to play baseball as a young kid. Sports can become addicting to a person.
Oh.
Everyone has an addiction.
Yeah.
Or we just need healthy addictions to something or something. Yeah, I agree. Healthy addictions. We're addicted to oxygen. We're addicted to food. We have to have it to live. You might as well do the right thing, make the right choices, right? We're addicted to reward. Our bodies are designed to have pleasure and be addicted to the reward. As addicts, we take the easy way, right? You know, I take a few shots of whiskey, bam, instant reward. You know, the healthy reward you got to work a little harder for, but the reward is so much better. On the podcast Saturday, Don said something that kind of stood out to me. In addiction, we never experience true joy. We may have fun, we may laugh, but like true joy is never experienced in addiction. You start living a sore lifestyle, plug, and you start getting these true healthy rewards, and you start experiencing true joy. And the Bible says the Spirit, right? The fruits of the Spirit is first love, joy. Actually, it's the fruit of the Spirit. It's singular, even though it lists off a whole list of things, right? It's singular, so everything together. Love, joy, right? Joy is a fruit of the Spirit. And you can't grieve the Spirit and have joy.
Yes. Desmond, I love donuts. You know what? Donuts might be my earned meal for Saturday. I haven't had a donut in like months.
Don't say donuts. I want one right now.
It's Desmond's fault. Thanks, Des.
That's going to make me want to go out and order a dozen donuts. It's like, dang it, Des. All your fault. All right, John, get it ready. You know what to do.
had it
Shandea
ready.
says, my dad is a drunk and I had to justify his abuse. I think that he knows I will love him regardless.
Yeah, it's just something. You just love your parents.
Where is it, John?
Come on, John, we're waiting.
Oh, I found it. Boom.
Are we not?
Perfect. It's perfect.
God,
God,
grant me the
grant
serenity
me the serenity
to accept the
accept
things
the things I cannot change,
the courage to
the
change the
things
things I
I
can,
can,
And
the
wisdom.
wisdom
and
to
wisdom
know
to
the
know
difference.
the difference.
Amen.
John says we recover better by staying safe, staying sane, staying strong and sober. You're worth it. Good night, family. I
And go
love
check
you
him out on
all.
Facebook.
Yeah,
Venture
y'all.
Forward.
Venture Forward. Check them out. Thank you, Mom, for watching again. I love it when you watch it. I got to show
night,
off for
Tracy.
my mommy.
I see you.
Okay, y'all. Until next time, we will be back here Tuesday night going through more of our book, more of our great content. Hopefully, we have us a new co-host.
Ooh,
That
cool.
would be cool.
I'll be back next Sunday.
Did I just get fired?
No, I mean like a new one, like always.
Oh.
She's like, aw. She's got
Oh, I
unadopted.
failed.
It's negative thinking.
Yeah, that was. I'll work on it.
All right, y'all. Until Tuesday, do not put yourself in a high-risk situation. Stay strong, work your program, and remember, we recover better
Together.